Hey everybody, Eddie J on crypto. Hope you had a great day. So there are a few things going on that we should probably pay attention to. So, it just gets frustrating after a while when you keep having to say the same thing over and over again. So the European Central Bank continues to talk about the Wild West called cryptocurrencies. We'll dive into that a little bit. Some of the things they say you have to kind of, take to heart, and some of the things they say you kind of have to sit back and kind of go, I don't know about that. But we'll dig in. Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem, I think that's how you pronounce his name, I apologize if I misspoke, says that the Canadian dollar, as it is now in its current form, non-digital, will still be the basis and foundation of, that country's economy, even in the face of so many people calling for the development of a stable coin. We'll dig into that because that's actually pretty interesting. Fidelity Investments, they're in the top 5 investment firms in the world. And they just released a product that would enable 401k investors to diversify their portfolios with Bitcoin. Hat tip to them. We'll dig in. You can run, but you cannot hide. 2 Europeans have been indicted in the fabled Southern District of New York by the United States government for having taken part in a North Korean crypto conspiracy. A U.S. citizen also involved has already pled guilty and was fined $100,000. He's a known hacker. We'll dig in because just saying. Whew. So, European Central Bank. Every time something globally goes wrong with regard to economics, I look at Europe and I just go, wow, it's funny how the United States usually makes better judgment calls with all of the things that we do wrong. And I'm not saying that the United States is perfect. We kind of make better calls. And they are just hammering on, continued hatred of cryptocurrencies. And I just sit there and I just kind of go, first, let's look at the underlying technologies and how they can help the globe, right? That's 1. 2, let's look at the currencies and how they can be used to help bolster, a country's fiat or to give the country a second chance at creating a better economy for themselves, right? 3, let's just talk about tax income. Just saying, that's a thing. But man, to keep spewing, just keep going, keep hammering. Some of the world's richest countries have embraced crypto. I'm sorry, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, just Arab Emirates, United Arab Emirates. Just look at the kind of money that they have and what they're doing, creating havens. Stop and think about this, really. I would hope that they would, consider more things than just, what they're looking at. It almost feels like, they know that eventually, cryptocurrencies are nowhere near, displacing some of these countries' fiats, right? It's nowhere near anything like that, but it is burgeoning. So figure out a way to work with it. Figure out a way to make it work well for the average person and not have reactions that just make you look like we must protect the old ways. When I hear European central bankers talk about how cryptocurrencies are not currencies, I sit back and I kind of go, currencies are just currencies because some government said they're currencies. They're not backed by anything. Remember? They decouple from gold. So they're nothing except that your government says that it's something. That's just fact. So you might want to pay attention to that. They might want to get on the ball with that one. This one is actually another one that I look at as having a long-term effect and giving a little bit of question to what Canada is going to do. Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem has said, well, listen, I understand people are asking for the development of a stable coin. The Canadian dollar is, going to remain as it is for right now. Even if we developed a stable coin, it would still be the cornerstone of the Canadian dollar. The opposition says, we want to make Canada the blockchain capital of the world. There are tons of other, sorry about the dings, it's the phone. There are tons of other countries that are already vying for that title, but I understand the sentiment. I truly do. Canada is big, but not big. You know what I mean? They don't have a huge population. There are a lot of things that they could do better. A lot of things. Just thinking Indigenous people, you can do better by them. Stop murdering them. Or stop allowing the persecution and murdering of them. But that's just me. Sorry to get political. Don't mean to. But looking at the technology as it is and how the government's going right now, they're kind of showing their cards as being against crypto. But people in the country seem to be moving toward crypto. Stop and think about that, people. Let's really stop and think about that. I keep saying that, small countries, and I said it yesterday, small countries with failed fiat systems are going to turn to crypto. And the ones that take longer to at least work with crypto are going to have a really hard time in the future. And I think that's where Canada's headed, unless they change course. Hopefully they change course. Coolest news for today, Fidelity Investments has said, yeah, we offer free. I mean, they have over $4 trillion under management of assets managed, right? And they're saying, hey, we're going to offer our customers the ability to diversify their 401k plans with Bitcoin. Now, projections show, and everybody's talking about, yeah, Bitcoin sucks right now. It's under $40,000. But projections show it's going to be way bigger later on. So imagine, being able to invest in an asset over time or a coin over time and possibly make some money off of that and see where that goes. I think it's a really good thing. So yeah, good move. Hat tip to Fidelity Investments. When you stop and you think about how much money they have under management, over $4 trillion. That alone is more than, half the countries in the world? Understand that. So for them to have done the research, to do certain things, and they're saying, hey, yeah, we like that. Wow. I'm just saying, that's a big move. That's a big move. 2 Europeans, and if you want their names, you can look down in the description down there, and I have the names and everything. But 2 Europeans have been indicted by the U.S. government in the much fabled Southern District of New York for having taken part in a cryptocurrency conspiracy involving North Korea, where they actually held a class to teach North Korean leadership how to evade sanctions by leveraging Bitcoin and blockchain and Bitcoin's blockchain. Wow. They hired a United States citizen to broker the deal, to offer their services to North Korea. His name is, let's get to it. I want to say his name. His name is Griffith, but I just want to, Virgil Griffith, known hacker. I don't know him, but supposedly is a known hacker. Judge, he pled guilty. Judge fined him $100,000. You think he spoke? Think he talked? Only $100,000? Doing something like that? Let that wash over you. North Korea is not a friend of the United States, and they are under sanctions from the United States. You are working with a known adversary of the United States by brokering such a meeting, and all you got was $100,000. Okay. Is what it is. But yeah, that's what they did, and that's what they were indicted for. So that's interesting. You can run, but you cannot hide. And let's get to the numbers. Today was a horrible day. Horrible day. Like for the past couple of days, it's been horrible. And for a while now, it's been horrible. But as bad as it is, we're not down to $10,000 with Bitcoin. We're looking at still 38,000. It's still trying to 40,000 is now the resistance level, like I said yesterday, but at 38 and change, you're still at a good place. And if you're like me, you're looking at all these coins as being on a discount. So for me, I'm diving in, and I'm working with my kids for them to dive in too. But let's look at let me just edit the workbook and just get to it. Let's just make sure we've refreshed data. Bam, data's fresh. So let me just see who's on here that I would be paying attention to on the loser side. I don't really see anybody that except for Doge. Doge was up a lot. Now it's down a lot. It's down 10%. So basically, Elon opened up his mouth, made a move with Twitter. Doge shot up. And then it gave it all back. Let that wash over you for a minute. If you were one of those people that FOMO'd in, this is an example. I mean, it'll go back up sooner or later to where it was, and then it'll probably drop again. But this is an example of paying attention to something like that and not FOMOing in or fear of missing out, right? Don't do that. Don't let your emotions get the better of you when you're trying to make these investments. Wow. Whew, I think I need something to eat. Anyway, pay attention to that because that's bad. Right? Pay attention to the rhythm and the flows. Pay attention to the reality of things. Yesterday, I speculated on what could it mean if Elon takes over Twitter and introduces Doge as, a payment vehicle for the platform. You can pay for ads, with $1. You can pay for ads, with Doge. But, oh yeah, that's right. He wants to make it not ad-based. So that makes it different, right? So the reality is that there are no facts to correlate any move Elon makes with Twitter to Dogecoin. None. Jack, zero, zip, zill, nada. So I don't understand the move. I just don't understand the move. It's a cheap coin. It's a fast coin. You could work with it easily. Yes. But there needs to be more acceptance. There needs to be more usefulness. There needs to be. It's not there yet. So it moved. It popped, right? It popped on speculation. And then when people got a hold of their senses again, it's dropped 10%. That's big. That's a huge ass move, right? Just putting that out there for you. Are there any winners? Again, anything under 5%, look at all those zeros. Doesn't matter to me. Safe Moon, wouldn't touch it. Just no. And this thing, I don't even know what this is. Ox, 0x. I have no idea what the hell that is. I wouldn't even look at it. That $721 million in market cap. I'm not paying attention to you. There's some things I'll take chances on. We're holding this to UFO Games. They don't have a huge market cap. Not at all. But I like the space that they're in. I like what they're doing. That's the difference. I'm willing to take a chance on something that I like the space that you're in and I like what you're doing. I got to know that coin, know that project a little bit. I'm fine. If I lose that money, I'm not going to be upset. I didn't put money in there that I cared about. I put money in there that I was okay with losing if I lose it. So far, I'm kind of break even. So I'm all right with that, right? So that means there's still an opportunity for that one to take off. Safe Moon, I've heard too many people talk about how it has been a rug pull. That if I hear too much controversy, negative controversy around a coin, I'm good. I'm done with that. I don't even want to pay attention to it. So that's just me. Anyway, sentiment analysis. Sorry about that phone. Sentiment analysis has jumped up a little bit. We were deep in fear. What was it, 24? Now we're at 27. So now we were in extreme fear. Now we're in fear. I still say there's potential. I'm pretty sure we're going to see that potential happen this year. When this year? No idea. But I think it's going to happen this year. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I mean, look at that. It's bad. It's fighting to go down. It's at 38,000 right now. Literally 38,000. Look at that. It's at $38,010. That means it's already hit below 38. It's been in the 37s. That's a sale price to me. It's a sale price to me because I know that if it's at 37, and even if it just goes back up to the 45 that it was, a few weeks ago, I don't know. That's good coin. What's that, 20%? Not quite 20, but you get my idea, right? I mean, it's up 8. No, that's good percentage. Yeah, it's about 20%. I'm not good with quick math sometimes. So that's a good move. For me, that's a good chance to take. I'm willing to take that chance. I'm good with that, right? Because I believe that in a few weeks, it'll be back up around 45,000. So right now, to buy in, to look at that 20%, and then to look and see how other coins are moving. So if Bitcoin goes up, does Ethereum go up more? Does it go up faster where I can get in, I've gotten in on Ethereum and Bitcoin at the same time. Ethereum shoots up more and then I can use that leverage to buy some Bitcoin. There are things that you can do with coin versus coin, almost treating it like a Forex. But again, a lot of the moves that I'm making, I'm looking at it from two different hats on. One is for me to hold on to it. The other one is for me to trade, whether it be a quick trade, in the middle of the day, or if it's a 1 week trade, whatever it is, but I'm trying to make money on both sides. Here's my long-term wallet. Here's my short-term, make a couple of bucks. Just saying. And yeah, I have to show you the proverbial red day. Look at that. It's at 37,975 now. Ethereum, oh my Lord, at 2,800. Sale price. Sale price. Luna at 88. Sale price. Cardano, 82. Sale price. Back where it was. Under 14 cents. That's a lot. Right? That's a lot. So I'm just looking at all these sale prices and trying to figure out, okay, so where do I get in? Where do I get in? Which is the one? Where's the point that I get in? Which ones are going to give me? I just gave you two places where I can make percentage gains, right? Those are going to be, dependable percentage gains. And there are other coins on here where you're looking at a potential for multiple gains. So I do multiples first, then high percentage after. That's how I do it. That's how I taught my kids to do it, right? So Doge down 5%, Ethereum down 6%. Wow, look at these big hits. Ripple down 7%, Luna down 7%. I mean, Doge down 10.6. Ooch, ouch. SHIB down 4.65. But that's so Doge had a higher rise, and they're having a harder fall. SHIB kind of staying within a space. Okay, but there are more moves to be made by SHIB. Matic, $1.25. That's got to be the strongest layer 2 out there, and they're at $1.25. I got to look at this chart. I got to see it. Look at this. Holy moly. $1.25, and let's stick to toward the beginning of April. Beginning of April, you're at $1.72. So 50 cents, or 30%. I mean, just really, people? Really? High 20s? High 20 percentage? To me, again, these are sale prices. But pay attention to the coins that you're interested in. Understand the projects that are there. Have some kind of belief in the project that you want to invest in. Because that's really what you're doing. You're investing in a project. You're investing because you believe that this coin has utility. Or at least I hope that's what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, but I hope that's what you're doing. That's what I'm doing, right? That's what my kids are doing. That's why I shoot these videos. So if you like the information I'm giving you, do me a favor, hit the like button, definitely subscribe, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. This is Eddie J on Crypto. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.